they used to say, I never got picked.
We shatter and sink, discarded like worn tools. Why have you consigned us to oblivion? Blasphemy! These are jewels of civilization. They are sacred. We would sooner sacrifice our own bodies than dislodge a single stone from such a place. Why do you torment us with baseless accusations? Then we were betrayed. And we were made to betray something we cherish. The bedrock of civilization. Better for her tides to ebb and her seas to dry up than to cover a single stone being with laid. Each culture builds on the bones of the last, yet many only look up at where they would go, never down at the foundations that bear them. Like a mason who builds a listing tower. What peril do they inflict on their progeny? And what dishonor on their forebears?
An argument I've had with the Lore College. Now I have divine counsel in my favor, and I can hardly present it as evidence. How frustrating.
It is accepting a gift only to spit in the face of the giver. Every advance in the crafts and institutions of Kith was forged by skill and sacrifice. A people cut off from their history will wither, and they deserve no less. To pull the blinders from the eyes of gods and Kith. That is why we must return to ourself and restore Abidan. When Ione Brotha fell, Abidan lost much. His will to preserve, the memory of how and why he died. But he built us with fragments of his own soul. In returning, we can restore what was taken from him. A facile argument. One that defends stasis, not progress. Just as fire clears dead wood from a forest, struggle makes way for new developments. Conflict is part of progress. Peace and ignorance is not worth keeping. And yet you persuaded the Duke to allow animancy to continue unfettered. Do not condemn knowledge when it becomes inconvenient for you. With the ability to bind souls to metal, you mean? You helped the Crucible Knights pursue a similar power in the Forge Knights. Do not condemn knowledge when it becomes inconvenient for you, and we have listened. Then do not look to it for one. History is not a moral force, but a set of facts. These facts show Kith where they have come from, and how to move forward. And their brethren have built a culture that stretches across Aora, all because they recognize the importance of their shared legacy. To what exactly? A war with the peoples there? A deadly blight or crippling disease? The future you would have given them is uncertain, yet it would have bequeathed Kith nothing so great as Durgan's steel. And how many others suffer adversity and rise above it? Perhaps the problem you speak of lies not in our history, but in her.
Hey, I'm standing right here.
To be sundered in this manner is to change, violently. And simply knowing what was lost does not restore it. Maybe so, but we would not cast history aside over one such example. The problem is not that they remember too much of their history, but rather too little. Raid Serens and Deerwoodens alike began as pioneers from Adir. They all came seeking opportunity. Were they to look farther back, they would see their common origins and desires. A painful truth. We admit that history can become a hindrance. Even so, we must restore Abidan. Burdens strengthen the bearer, and they warn against repeated mistakes. Why would you— A rare opportunity, for you have the chance to answer them, to do things left undone. That presumes that some questions cannot be resolved. Yet such destructive memories are rare. Surely others are strengthened by retrospection, even amidst pain. And we have listened. We shall see this world and its people restored.
The Eyeless disappeared beneath the lake, their bond to Andra finally severed. With this threat ended, hope returned to the White March. Hunters returned to the wildernesses, and travelers to the roads. Tales of the Watcher's bravery replaced stories of monsters in the woods. The villagers of Stalwart busied their hands with work and their tongues with song, eager to seize on the promise of peace.
Keeping an eye out.